My name is Noeline Rajbally, and thank you so much for having me. I am the director and co-founder of African Sugar Logistics. My husband and I are 17 years in business together. I am also the co-owner of a beautiful bespoke venue that was launched in March this year called Unalo. It's a wedding and functions venue down in the North Coast. And the name Unalo stands for the path to enlightenment. I think my passion and my purpose in life comes through a foundation that I've opened a few years ago called the Mindfulness Academy, where I strive to elevate, educate, and empower women and children. And it is also the CSI hand for African Sugar Logistics. And I'm also the co-founder of a women's group called Her Story Circle. So I think with many people or successful people from my era, and success can be defined, it's a broad word, but it didn't come without struggle, being a woman from my times. And I think that my faith in God and sort of belief in myself, changing a lot of narratives. When we went into business 17 years ago, it was a leap of faith for Rajesh and I. And it was about giving our kids a better life and just a shot at a brighter future. But that soon evolved into why. Why did we do this? Why did we take this leap of faith? And that came with very purposeful intentions of just growing people, putting our staff first, and through the Mindfulness Academy, reaching out to disadvantaged communities in school and doing greater purposeful work. So I've been around long enough, and I've always had big dreams of living in a world that is inclusive, where I could breathe fresh air that is safe for me, that I could live in a safe environment, and that there would be ample opportunities for my generation and the future generations to come. Although I might not live to see that in this lifetime, but I have faith that it's one step at a time, and do my part in just making the world a better place through the initiatives that I run through the various public platforms that I'm involved in. And I feel that just living a purposeful life every day, being in the moment, doing what's important is what living the dream is about. And I believe that dreams change all the time, and I'm never going to stop dreaming. I think being a people-focused or a people approach first business is what's important to us. We lead with integrity and we strive for excellence, and investing in our staff has been a huge step for us in running a successful business. But also leading by example and teaching people to be empathetic and kind, and to reach out to those around them and to make a difference in what they do. Not just be good at what you do. There's so much to life, and there's so much that we could do as an organization to make a difference. So we always home in the staff in that, and just investing in their self-development, I think helps us to run a very well-oiled machine. So there has been quite a few achievements along the way, but the most recent, and it's very out of my comfort zone, in 2023 I entered Mrs. South Africa, and I was placed the first princess. And in 2024, I had entered an international competition called Mrs. Globe, and I placed 20th. But I think, achievements, they're lovely, and everybody can achieve accolades and, just make strides in whatever industry or whatever personal achievement you would like to. But my biggest is having an amazing family. I have 3 lovely kids. I love being a wife, and I love taking care of my 2 fur babies who are also adults. And so that gives me more of a satisfaction when it comes to achievement. The challenges that I've faced along my journey, I think that I've been around long enough to face many challenges, but of recent, in 2023, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. It was obviously shock and horror. It just came through at the most inconvenient time. I mean, there's never a convenient time to hear those words. That was just a setback for a little while, but it was about just understanding my faith and resilience, that this was, that my Creator knew what was best. It had given me leverage to create a platform where I am an advocate for early detection of cancer. I've spoken on many platforms internationally and locally, so I just wouldn't think of it now as a challenge. It may be a curveball, but it's how we approach and look at these curveballs that are thrown our way. Well, it knocks the wind out of you, and I wouldn't lie that it was a challenging time, but I think you come to a space in your life where you're going to allow this diagnosis to then ruin everything that you have in place. And I was in 2 weeks before my Mrs. South Africa finals when I was diagnosed, and it was during this time. It was during breast cancer month, so everything was very, very overwhelming because the spotlight was on me. But I had a great medical team. Support is so important from your family and the people around you. And I feel that without my faith and that support, it would have been a very different experience for me. The advice that I would give a young woman is, like Simon Sinek would say, find your why. It will make life all the more easy for you. I think it's your guiding compass, and that North Star. Once you know what are your passions, why are you here, what have you been created to do, and even though you might go off track sometimes, that North Star will guide you back into the right track that you need to be. And always have dreams. As a young woman, I recall myself dreaming the most grandest dreams, and it's okay to dream those dreams, because when I look back, and if I told people that I dreamed this dream, I think I would be laughed at, because at that stage it would seem impossible. But young women with dreams become women with vision. So never stop dreaming. And failure happens all the time. It is not a full stop. It can be a pause, but it should be your jet fuel for your comeback. So failure is not a setback. Use that as your jet fuel for a comeback, and always believe in something bigger and better for yourself. I've had many, many dreams, but I think my dream was, and it is, and will continue be, becoming Noeline Rajbally, just being a better version of myself in whatever stage I am. I want to leave a legacy that is iconic, that is worth every generation that comes after me saying, I'm proud of that woman, she's done the most with the little that she had. And legacy for me is important. And it has nothing to do with big accolades. It's about being a kind human being who's been compassionate, especially in this day and age where sometimes it is difficult to be kind and compassionate and trusting and feel safe around people. But I believe that our Creator's given us intuition, and we need to use that. And when your dreams are aligned to your purpose, there's a great flow and a great satisfaction. So I will keep dreaming those big dreams of living in this beautiful world that I get up to every day, and say thank you with so much of gratitude that no matter what this day holds, that I will be present in it, and that I will learn the lessons that I need to. And I will leave that legacy of just empowering women, educating and uplifting, young women and children, and make my mark when it comes to women empowerment. So I don't believe that we can live a balanced life. For me, I believe living a harmonious life is more important. And there are times in life where you will go off balance because it needs your attention, and that is okay. Just be kind to yourself. Just enjoy every moment. Give your 100% to just live in the moment and to enjoy the experiences. And when you do have challenges, you're not the only one in the world that goes through all of this. That too shall pass. But concentrating on your health, your mindset, and your well-being should be on top of your list. I'm such a big advocate for self-development and self-love and self-care. And I think when that mindset is achieved, it just makes life better, more enjoyable, and more peaceful. And I think you become a more confident human being to manage and have all of those tools in place to manage challenges that come your way.